Okay, hello. Welcome back, everybody. Sorry for the delay today. I could not, for the life of me, find my computer charger at all. Because I brought my computer with me to the library yesterday, so I knew it had to be in my backpack somewhere because that's where I was. But I can't find it anywhere. So it turned out it was stuffed into a side pocket that I never use and didn't check. So anyways, uh yeah. Hold on one sec. No, you didn't. I was just checking a thing. Nope, you're not muted. I was muted. Okay. Yeah, let's get right into it then. Oh yeah, yeah, these don't work. They're forcing us on a linear path. Nope, you're good. Oh, that reminds me, I forgot to bring up the music tab. There's always something I forget to set up beforehand. It's always something. Okay. Ooh, goodies, huh? Yeah, I'm always ready for goodies. Okay. Now I have the music tab brought up. Bring that up. There we go. There we go. Oh. Nope, didn't mean to close that. Okay. Now we are definitely 100% all set up and ready. Okay, make sure I have Discord up here. There we go. We're doing great today. Super prepared, super professional. Oh wait, no, my thing fell asleep. There we go. There we go. Now my VTuber's all awake. I've been working on the thing that I wanted to do for a Thursday stream. I am genuinely not sure if I'm gonna finish it in time. I have a backup plan in case I don't. But even if I don't finish it in time, I'll still show off the progress that I have on Thursday. But I'm not 100% sure it's gonna be finished in time. So I'm very glad that at least I decided to make the special stream on Thursday instead of today, so I at least have a little extra time. We have Roxy and Calliope here, all hanging out on the side. I love Roxy and Calliope's friendship. They're so good together. They're so sweet. Just Calliope in general is just a sweet little bean. Completely the opposite of her appearance. There we go. I see it. Okay. Oh. bringing it up. The return. Hold on, I gotta... Okay, where is my... Oh, nope, that's, where is it? Display capture, there we go. There we go. No. It's still not... This video was from just after... Oh, from just after Game Over went up. Ooh. Why isn't it showing on stream? Okay. That should be... Hold on, yeah. Okay, yeah, so that's the Homestuck... Okay. Hold on. Oh, okay, Oh, wait, nope, that's the wrong... Okay, that's also the wrong month. There we go! There we go. Here we go. Terepi 2. Oh.
Hey everybody, it's your home gal, Trezzy. It's been a whole year. I'm a whole year older, a whole year wiser, and a whole year stronger.
You good, Teresi?
Today was, well, what did I do today? Well, I got up.
Oh no.
Around 1. I stayed up last night, so I got up a little late. So I had, some brunch.
Grub flakes.
I went to the gym.
Good for you.
Worked on my quads.
300.
Okay, and then I went home.
Good for you.
And I got some Starbucks too.
Yay! Starbucks. Oh. When you're older, what did she say?
Hey everybody, it's
when you're older, when
Trezzy. It's been a whole year. I'm a whole year older, a whole year wiser, and a whole year
older, a whole year wiser, a whole year stronger. Perfect for just before the birthday stream. Oh, Trezzy, yeah, things will get better. Things will get better. They're there. They're there. Okay, I'm gonna bring this over here. Switch there. Put that here. Yeah, we have a... Hold on. I should probably put, like, an announcement or something in the Discord about that. Here, hold on. Hold on, I can do that later. Okay. Call it an early B-Day celebration. Yeah! The thing I wanted to do for Thursday stream, like I said before, I'm not 100% sure that it'll be finished in time. Even if it's not, I'll still show whatever I get done. But I do have other stuff planned, not just that one thing. But yeah, I'm very excited. I plan to basically just like spend all day today working on that. Hopefully I'll get at least in a presentable state. But yeah, we're back with Roxy and Calliope in the meantime. Hey, I hope you don't mind I pulled you off to the side like this, away from other nice pals for a little 101 Roxy and Cal time. I might be greedy as shit. I don't mind at all. I'm still getting used to the concept of in-person socialization at all, let alone with many people. And yes, you may be greedy, but if so, then so am I by the exact standard. Fuck yes! Like a couple of friendship burglars picking each other's pockets all shifty-eyed and looking out for cops, but also giggling, I guess, because that is in the spirit of the scenario in question. Yes. I can't believe you're really here! It hardly seems real. after all these years, and how you were just like a mystery friend online, and then how worried I was we might lose you for good. But now, wow! I know! So, you and Jane and Jade were hanging out? Yes, it was great. We drew and told stories. I heard you died, so I was holding out some hope you would show up too. And you did, eventually, just not the version of you I expected. I never dared to think you would bring me this gift. Well, I swore I would. And John kind of double swore he would help. Damn, the kid is persistent. I like him. I like him. He's easy to talk to. Yeah. I've read about him, of course. The reality of someone standing in front of you is quite different from what you read about them in a text. But then, I have no idea how accurate anything I read is anymore. I always believed I was in possession of the text which decoded your future, and I behaved toward all of you in that sly and knowing manner, avoiding spoilers and such. That was probably presumptuous of me, though, in hindsight. I clearly didn't know that much. I certainly didn't read anything about my own involvement. I never could have imagined being here. You were still helpful, though. You were the force in our lives that gave us hope that we could all get together someday. Going down that road has been crazy. Ugh. And hold on. I gotta get some water. Okay. Going down that road has been crazy, and by no means a smooth ride. I'm losing count of all the times it looked like everything was about to break or catch fire, or actually did break and catch fire, resulting in loads of dismay. But when you look back, every time things went to shit, there was always something constructive about that turn of events. Something that was necessary for the good outcome to happen at all. So, whenever something stupid happens, like some a-hole gets a bonehead idea to steal a ring and then everyone dies horribly, and at the time you think you're gonna curl up and cry yourself into weepy non-existence, maybe those aren't even bad realities? Maybe they are as important as any, and so are all the experiences that you had in them. And so are the experiences of everyone who died, because you don't just get to say your experiences are more important or significant just because you happen to be someone who survived longer. I guess what I'm saying is, I'm grateful you let me go on this adventure, and not even in spite of the hardship involved. I just had a little time to think about it in the Firefly Nothing space, and I think all of it was good. I'm happy that I could play such a role in your lives. I don't know if I deserve much credit for these positive revelations about your journey, though. You were the one who's been on the adventure. I've barely taken my first step. I spent all my life in my room, and then every moment in the afterlife cowering in fear. It's only now that true participation is even a possibility. But even so, I really doubt I'll have much to offer. My other self, who I just released, I think she's poised to do something much more significant. What do you think she'll do? I have no clue. But she told you to live, right? Yes. By which I can only assume she meant, you live it up, girl! Like, go shopping or something. Or rocket down the highway in a convertible with cash flying out the back? That is not the sort of sentiment I can imagine coming from her under any circumstance. But yes, maybe something to the effect of encouraging me to enjoy my existence as communicated by a more typical, truly asocial member of my species. Really, what I took from it was, she is now the real one, with all the power and relevance now, and I am the spare, a civilian in a sense, like in a war. And the only use for civilians from a militaristic mindset are as those who live their lives in whatever completely irrelevant way they choose to. They are the collateral at stake, the ones for whom the war is theoretically fought, but whose lifestyle, choices, happiness, and such hold no concern whatsoever for those fighting on their behalf. This, I think, is the mindset of cherubs of her alignment. As protectors, it is the relationship they have with those who they protect. And so that is probably the relationship she believes she has with me. You make it sound like she is the legit Callie, and you're the afterthought. Like the one from the funky reality that didn't go right? Technically, her timeline was doomed by her predomination alone. Even so, yes, it does feel as though my reality was the oddity. Cherubs were never supposed to grow up like me, exposed to other caring people and learning from them. It made me different and unfit to predominate. Yet, ironically, this was requisite for the timeline's success, and it was necessary for you all to begin your journey as well. So, this seems like an example of what I was just saying, because actually, the story of the two Callies, neither is really more important, and your timelines can't really be described as the good one or the bad one. There were good and bad things about both ways stuff went down, and different qualities to the people you became. Her life sounds like it was harsh and lonely in its own way, but it sort of paid off because she got to meet her brother. But then got arbitrarily punished for that outcome because it wasn't supposed to happen. And then finally you meet her and free her or something, so she presumably gets to go off and do something badass. And then there's you, who had probably an even more challenging upbringing, getting so hassled by your bro. And he killed you, and I guess because the way the deck was shuffled, he had the edge this time. But the upshot was you got to have all these great friends who cared about you. And it helped you become the nice person you are, who means a lot to other people. And now you get to live whatever kind of life you want and be completely free from all the crummy stuff you grew up with. Who cares if you aren't as strong as her or don't have the wicked powers she does or some important mission to do? You both came from perfectly legitimate realities. And in my honest opinion, you are both equally valuable. And both of those realities seem to be tied together. She can't do her mysterious badass thing unless you make it all the way through your journey and free her. And your reality was the thing setting the stage for this huge multiversal vortex of problems, which, after a cajillion fucking epochs, she was always meant to resolve in some way. And that doesn't mean your life was like a means to an end in a big cosmic sense. I think it's more like you are the end, or one of the ends. You and me and everyone who made it, and everyone who didn't. So that means you don't have to be able to do a lot of super special shit to validate your identity as the real version of yourself. The only validation you need is being who you are, because no one can be that person but you. Those are very inspiring things to hear, Roxy. I hope you are right. But even so, I think I would still like to be useful. You can be. You can help me out. How? I know you weren't god tier or anything, or probably never did much to get in touch with your aspect, but maybe that doesn't matter. You're space, right? Yes, a muse of space. Sounds cool. It is cool, I think, especially having seen what I could have been. No, but that potential has to be inside you somewhere. Actually, it's one of the reasons why I wanted you to be with me here for a while, aside from to catch up a bit. What do you need me to do? Nothing, really. Just be here with me while I try this. I don't know why, but I feel like your presence will help. And if nothing else, I just like having you here. Makes me feel better about trying to focus on this weird little chore. But you think my aspect is relevant? Maybe. I think space is related to this in some abstract way I can't put my finger on. I gotta make this egg, see? But it isn't really just an egg, it's this hella complicated egg in both its biological design and everything it represents for the future of an entire civilization. And I don't have the genetic or chemical or molecular blueprints for it or anything. I just have to figure it out using just thought, like ideas. Ideas that are really basic and live in this primordial sort of quasi-consciousness. So I have to build the idea of this egg in some way before I do anything, which means trying to grasp its reality and what it represents. It's like a funky little construct of biological propagation, and I think that intersects with the nature of space, at least as we've come to understand it. The propagation of space is really just some profound cosmological feat of reproduction. That is a literally biological process, right? Pretty much. So to make this egg, as a rogue of void, what I'm really doing here is something kind of insane. You yourself told me once how I'd be able to do this crazy shit. I did. I'll be like probing nothingness for an idea, a pretty complicated idea in this case, and pulling that idea from unreality. So maybe if I'm right, and a closer connection to the nature of space will help me locate that idea, almost like standing next to an antenna to boost the signal of that idea, then maybe my chances will be better. And hey, even if not, it's just nice to have a friend nearby while you try to do something hard. Oh, I love Calliope's cute little faces. She's adorable. Ooh, okay. Okay, who's next? Let's see, we just finished with them. Here we go. Ooh, more John and Jake. Oh, all these J names are gonna mix me up again, aren't they? What do you think they're talking about over there? I suspect Roxy wanted some time to catch up with an old friend. I'm sure I would want the same if I hadn't just had an extensive reunion with her myself. Yeah, I guess we should just chill out and give them a moment. It isn't quite time to head to our battle stations yet, so we might as well try to relax until it is. I imagine it's a lot easier to relax when another version of yourself hasn't been hijacked by your dead cat. All the J names are. I did say Jake, didn't I? I thought I got it. Thought I said Jane at the end there. Nope, I said Jake, didn't I? Nope. There were too many Jakes. Jake, Jane, Jade, and John. There were too many J-named humans. I imagine it's a lot easier to relax when another version of yourself hasn't been hijacked by your dead cat. Yeah, it probably is. Maybe you should try not to let her bug you, Rose. She seems harmless enough. Plus, she is pretty funny. Sounds suspiciously like the advice of someone who's never had to deal with an outlandish alternate version of himself. Hey, I've bumped into other Johns a few times. Can't say the experience has been anything other than perfectly agreeable. You mean Johns that were essentially time duplicates in the course of your retcon quest? Yes. Those don't count. Those were just regular Johns. What I'm saying is, you never had to deal with the John who was like half Harry Anderson and half Maplehoof, the dear departed pony. Maplehoof, taken too soon. Wow, that sounds great. Come to think of it, you're the only one of us who hasn't. I mean, of our original group of friends. Dave had Bird Dave, Jade had Dog Jade, and now I have... Cat Rose. Why were you let off the hook? Yeah, I was saying last time that the only one who doesn't have a Sprite counterpart is John. We don't have a Sprite John. I don't know. I guess you guys are just luckier than me. I love Rose's you got lit off the hook for this. Like you were so lucky. And Dot's like, oh man, you guys were so luckier than me. I wish I had an alternate version of myself to hang out with. I have a feeling that if John does get a Sprite version, that they're either going to get along so well, become best buds, or they're not going to get along at all, and we're gonna have another Carcat situation where they just hate each other. Just for this line alone, where he's like, oh, you guys are so lucky. Even putting aside the wildly unwelcome body horror slapstick routine she represents and the machine gun salvo of opprobrious remarks and conduct which my cat is apparently capable of releasing from my subconscious, I'm not sure where this leaves me. Hold on, I gotta look this up. Hold on. Homestuck keeps introducing me to new words. Opprobrious. Expressing contemptuous reproach, scornful or abusive. Bring disgrace, shame, shameful or infamous. Okay, so basically just bad, just negative. Okay. What do you mean? I feel like I understood my place. I'd gotten myself in order somewhat. My, beverage decisions had gotten more reasonable. I was ready to bear down and play my part in finishing this. I could even handle a stray rose sprite brought to my doorstep by my sweet imbecile of a pet. Idiotic though that was, I was still clearly Rose Prime. But can I really claim that now? She's a sprite squared? How is that even a thing? Can someone tell me how that's even a thing? I can't tell you how it's even a thing. I think we're all just as flabbergasted as you at its nothingness. At its thingness. The opposite of what I said. What's next? Is there a sprite cubed or a... Let's not even entertain this avenue of thought. The point is, she must be quite powerful, insightful, and In spite of the beast she rents headspace out to, intelligent as well. Doesn't she arguably have more claim to being real Rose than I do? I don't think being the real Rose necessarily means being the one who's more outgoing and chatty and powerful and stuff. I'm not sure it means anything. I think maybe we should try to drop the stuff about who is the real version of who anyway. It's weird and it just hurts people's feelings. Yeah, the only real weight that, like, the real versions have is that, like, whether or not they are, like, a main character, like, with narrative weight, and that's only useful from, like, our perspective as the readers, so it doesn't really mean anything to them, diegetically. I don't care if my feelings are hurt, though. I just want to know where I stand. I really don't think she's that threatening to you. Believe me, you still seem like the Rose I always knew, whereas she doesn't quite. It seems to me she's a lot more interested in having fun and zipping around like a silly lunatic than usurping you as the main Rose. Sure, that's what she wants you to think. But why do you care? I thought I heard the other Rose say before she was a cat that she liked the idea of being some sort of backup Rose. Do you not feel that way too? That was a different context. I probably would have felt the same way if I found myself in her exact situation. Jasprose changes everything though. Now I feel a certain responsibility, like I have to really step up. Step up? Yes, to make sure I stay regarded as the exemplary model. To provide assurance that the concept of Roseness itself doesn't degrade due to black market peddlers of substandard shit. Basically, I need to defend the integrity of the brand. Oh my god. What? Nothing. I just missed you so much. Rose, being you is not a brand. People grow and change all the time. You can do the same without it being like this whole thing. My brand misses you too, John. Your brand has good taste in friends and kicks ass. Nerds! Hey, how do you think Kanea and Karkat are doing? They're probably getting a stern earful of roiling monster patoy right about now. Do you think they'll be successful? At what? At talking to a monster? I don't know. I think Karkat will successfully fail to understand the monster and possibly also successfully shout at the monster. Yeah. Kanea, I think, will probably be successful. Kanea, I think, will probably successfully do something sensible in response to whatever the monster demands. Like knocking out Karkat and leaving him behind? So, you think they're going to pull it off then? I'm still not sure what it is, but yes. Well, the idea was to release the frog, I think. You think so? That's what Vriska said. Vriska says a lot of things. That's the basic idea, yes. Kanea being so normal! So normal! I love Kanea, but I also think that this is not going to go well for Karkat, really. I really think that her decision of like her idea of keeping him safe, like knocking him out and leaving him behind, is going to lead to something bad specifically happening to Karkat. More like Thief of Time. Yeah, but yeah, I really think that either like something bad is going to happen to Karkat in there, or like Karkat's gonna like wake up and like run off to the battle and like end up getting like stabbed through the chest or something as a result. Though if something good comes of it, I think that him being left behind, like he'll discover like some like crucial piece of information they need at the last minute, or some like doohickey they need to like win the day at the last second. But I do think it's gonna be something bad. I do think it's gonna be something bad. My tragedy senses are tingling. Vriska says a lot of things. That's the basic idea, yes, but monsters can be complicated. Regardless, I think the right person was summoned to handle it. You really trust Kanea, don't you? Sure. not to change the subject too hard into something maybe you don't want to talk about because of your brand, but I think you make a nice couple. You do? Yes, I thought so last time I was hanging out with you both in the screwed up timeline, but I didn't say anything then. I think it's still true. I'm glad it didn't change when I retconned some things. I am too. Me three! I'm also glad that they're still together. Maybe that means it's a strong relationship if it can survive God, whatever the hell happened. A hard 3-year reboot and then the sudden presence of Vriska? When you put it that way, it really does sound like you were trying to fuck us up. Nerds! Trezzy, shush. What? I have just been minding my own business and in no way whatsoever saying anything directed at a couple of silly nerds saying dorky things. Yeah, she's just minding her own business. What are you talking about? Leave her alone. Let her be. Oh, shoot. Almost dropped my water bottle. That could have been really bad. Yes, make sure you guys are also hydrating. Hydrate or dehydrate. No, you said nerds twice. You always say nerds when in earshot of other people who are just being friendly. Isn't it weird how you are making this observation and no one else is? What? No. Meaning maybe I only say it when the pair of nerds in earshot happens to include you. What was that look? Wait, hold on. Well, I gotta check which symbol that is. Oh my god, where is my notes? Here. That is god, which one is that? Terezi thinks she's so subtle. What is the one that's like a heart with a thing sticking out of it? Is that the spade, I think? Which one was the spade? A Caligna's relationship. Oh. What? Oh, Tracy thinks she's so subtle. Spade, Kismuses, hate love. Yeah. That's so funny. Hold on, I gotta put like the typed versions here. Hold on. Okay, so I know no flesh is just a heart. Diamond should just be like that. You just have the Caligna's one. How do you type a club? How do you type a club? Hold on, that's if I just copy paste the symbol in there. Club is C3. Okay. Here we go. C3 angled parentheses. There we go. Okay, great. My dictionary of troll quadrants has been added to. I do find that funny, like, how do you type a club and then you just send the literal little sprite? That's a great way to cheat the system there. Just copy and paste the actual symbol. Okay. What was that look? What look? The look you just gave me. I didn't give you a look, dingus. Yes, you did. Don't look at me like that. Whatever look you think I gave you, it was in your imagination. It is possible you may be flattering yourself, Egbert. But honestly, them as Kismuses makes sense. She did almost kill him way back near at the beginning. She almost and resulted in a whole other timeline where John was dead. Like, it makes sense. It makes sense. Oh, whatever. Hey, what are you even still doing here? Aren't you going to go with Dave and get ready for battle? Yeah, I'm just giving him and his bro some time to themselves first. I'm sure they could use it. They're just sitting around awkwardly. They're just sitting around in awkward silence, not knowing what to do. Terezi, you gotta go save them from themselves. Terezi, save them from the awkward silence, please. They need it. Oh no. I think she knows this, and she's like deliberately like torturing them with her own awkwardness. I'm sure they could use it. And whatever the hell is going on between them, the last thing I want to do is involve myself. That sounds even more awkward than lingering around you goofy bunch of nerds being all cute and mushy with your human family and friendship stuff. Yeah, you sure do sound put off by it. All hanging on her every word and such. It takes a will of iron, trust me. Uh-huh. But, yeah, I actually do agree. It does sound pretty awkward to be around Dave and his bro while they, get to know each other, I guess. There is no getting to know each other happening. They're just sitting around, awkwardly doing nothing. Oh my god. This is something like, where it's like, oh yeah, they should get to know each other and hang out and catch up, and like, neither of them know what to say to the other. Neither of them know how to handle this situation. Someone go help them, please, please, for their own sake. I am begging you. Oh my god. Yep. I'm not sure how well Dave really even knew his adult bro, actually. Aside from bogusly idolizing him in a way that was really transparent that he didn't. I wonder how different Dirk is from him, if at all. Yeah, they have a complicated relationship, which is why it's so dang awkward. I feel so bad for both Dave and Dirk. I feel so bad for them. It's pretty similar from Dirk's perspective. Like, he didn't really know adult Dave. He was just like this distant figure that was like responsible for one of the like funniest and most popular franchises in history. like oh man, that's so awkward for them. Oh man. I wouldn't be the one to ask. What do you think, Rose? I don't think there's anyone who could answer that. I suspect literally no one in the history of anywhere has ever met both people, until, as of now, Dave himself. I hope Dave's okay. I do too! I do too! Ooh. Head off. Roxy, hello. Yeah, I think, Dave and Dirk's relationship is like very interesting to me to see how that goes, or if it gets any less awkward. Cause yeah, I've talked a lot about how like Dave's like adult bro, not the greatest guardian. Dave clearly has very complicated feelings about the relationship. And like clearly like wants to know him better. But like now he's just left with this version of his bro who's like really more like himself than his adult bro was. At least I think so. And that's gotta be so weird for the both of them. So weird. Unlike like Roxy and Rose's, like they immediately clicked. They immediately clicked and are embracing this. And it's like that's gonna be so weird for Dave, who's like also like kind of getting like a more positive sort of parental figure in Roxy as well, in a way. And it now has to deal with like the complete opposite of his not so great adult figure, who like nonetheless was his parent and like was someone that Dave loved, if even in a complicated way, and like now is faced with a version of him that like is very different but also too similar to really know what to do with it. So with that, so yeah, that's gotta be so weird for them. I am very curious to see if they ever get over that awkwardness and that uncertainty, and to see how they actually would possibly get along. I'm curious to see where this is going with Dave and Dirk, or if it even goes anywhere. Because I could very easily see them just like not getting over it at all and just remain awkward and standoffish with each other for as long as as long as they know each other. Okay, but yeah, we're with Roxy and Calliope now, and some cool stuff seems to be going on. Roxy's doing her her thing. Let me get a cool space visual here. Ooh! She's going into hyperdrive! Going at warp speed! Oh? That's Cartcat's ancestor. I think that's Tavros' ancestor. I don't remember who this is. That's the Empress, the Condesi, and Terezi's ancestor. Have we seen this skull before? It's obviously something important, but I don't know if we've seen it before. Hold on one second, I'm getting text. Okay. Just my roommate's being silly. Going all the way back to... Oh, the skull of the mother grub. That's right, that's right, that's right. So she's like literally going back through all of troll history. All the way back to the beginning. Mother grub. Now the egg. And there it is! She did it! Yeah! That's the appropriate reaction. Hell yes! Let's go! Yeah! Roxy, you absolutely 100% deserve that victory dance. You have earned it! Egg! You did it! We did it! Roxy has completed her quest and has now given trolls the the possibility for their species' continued existence. That's so cool. That's so cool. And it couldn't have happened without Calliope. And Calliope thinks she's not important. Oh, hello. You're back. Oh god. I had such trouble trying to find a voice for Jasper, and now I gotta figure out one for Jaspro's sprite. It's me again. Oh great, I'm so bad at cat noises. You'd think I'd be better at it, having two cats, but nope. Cat sounds. Ugh. Miss Merows? Did you know I love you? Weird thing for me to say, and you to hear, probably. I inherited the adoration our cat had for you, which now strangely is directed with the exact same intensity at myself because I'm you! Funnily enough, this manifests itself in a particularly acute form of narcissism, which is something we were already sort of afflicted by. And so was our cat by the very nature of the sort of animal he was. I can't even roll my R's, so I'm probably worse. I had 1 year where, God, was it middle school or whatever? I think it was middle school. Where, like, in choir, we were doing a song that was, in Spanish, and I was so bad at the R's, so I just spent, like, about a month, where, like, in my spare time alone, I would just practice rolling my R's, so now I'm pretty good at it. I can't do it for like a super long one, but I'm pretty good at it now. But it took a while of practice. It's the same with whistling, actually. I used to not be able to whistle at all, and then like I think it was like a year ago now, maybe a bit more. Like I just spent like every evening before I went to bed, I would practice trying to whistle for a while, and eventually and one day it just like clicked and I got it, and suddenly I was able to whistle. And now it's like one of my favorite stims, which annoys everyone around me. But yeah, I'll just like spend, like, now it's my favorite stim. is just whistling. So I'll just like whistle all the time and it annoys everyone around me. So I try not to do it, but it is so fun now that I can actually do it. Hello, Infinites, welcome back. It's good to see you. You're back somehow. But yeah. Sometimes it just takes a bit of stubbornness and practice. But it can be very annoying when there's something that you can't do that you really want to do. But yeah, it's so long not being able to. I was so happy when I finally got it. And it's so fun. But I try. My favorite stems are whistling and snapping, which are both very annoying to other people. So I try not to do them too often. I try to do like other stems when I'm around other people. But it's so fun. It's so fun. Oh God, where were we? Oh yeah, Rose's narcissism. Oh, you're sick right now? Oh, thank you. This is my God, I just completely blanked out. But yeah, I made this for when, God damn it, I forgot the trickster mode. Yeah, this is the trickster mode version I made. When we got to that. Oh, but yeah, it's so good to see you. Oh, hold on. I'm going to I'm bringing something up. Okay, I'll bring this. Come on. Nope. That's not what I wanted to do. Go away. There we go. Okay, yeah, it is trickster mode. I was afraid I got the term wrong. Because my brain just completely blanked on it before, but yeah, it's trickster mode. Okay. But yeah, we were on Rose's narcissism. Funnily enough, this manifests itself in a particularly acute form of narcissism, which is something we were already sort of afflicted by, and so was our cat by the very nature of the sort of animal he was. And the bottom line is, I'm pretty twisted up inside in all the most beautiful ways, and it's wonderful. It really isn't. Poor Rose. Oh no. As much as I enjoy getting a load of that gorgeous whiskerless mug of yours, it's not actually why I dropped by. I'm here on a curt matter of business with Jane. Huh? We have to prepare for our healing duties, hammer out a strategy and such, really sink our claws into the expensive upholstery of that problem. Well, first, I have somewhere to take you. What? Where? Oh no. There's someone you really must meet before we all start skittering across the great laminated floor of combat. As the ghostly spiritual guide of whomever my whims decide I should be serving at any given moment, I can't allow another second to pass without introducing the two of you. Who? This way! And off they go. Oh my God. Oh. Jay just slammed into the wall. Yeah. No way she didn't just briefly die from that and get her skull cracked open. Just slamming against a brick wall that hard? Oh my God. Oh, hello. Oh, it's Nana Sprite. She's gonna beat, yes. Oh my God. You can't kill a maid of life. It's impossible. No way. She's a god mode made of life. There's no way you can kill her. She's immortal. Oh, so this is a meetup I didn't know I wanted. Oh my, no, you can't end there. We gotta see the meat. Ah, boo. Oh. Got me all excited for a Jane Nana Sprite conversation, and then immediately, Boo, boo. Oh wait, I haven't been checking the oh yep, they're still awkward. They're all chatting. Um Pfeffery's just kissing a gold statue of herself in her mind while the Vriskas face off. Oh shit, blah 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 blah. Rose is having the worst time. Oh, accidentally closed your task for a moment. Oh no! I hate when that happens. Just zooming out there. There. And okay, we haven't done these yet. Yeah, Roxy's finally got the egg. Hurrah! Actually, but join another table stuck session. Ooh. You can stay here with the others until this all blows over. With who, exactly? Jade. She's sleeping. Please keep an eye on her, Kay. Yes, of course. I'd be happy to. Also, a man they call the mayor is here? I don't know much about the dude myself, but apparently he is a hell of a guy. Give him my regards. I will. We all love the mayor. Aww. They're so sweet. Hug, 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 hug. So, yeah, if we make it through this, I'll come back for you. And then we figure out what happens next. I can't wait. Hope you're not sick of hearing it yet, but I'm still so psyched you're with us. Of course I'm not sick of it. It is just... ugh. Huh? Callie, in times such as these, you know, words have trouble cutting it. Come here. Hug! Hug! Come on, hug! You didn't even show the hug! Give me your thoughts, okay? In the luckiest and magicest way you know how. I will, Roxy. Now, if you will excuse me. Was it a kiss? I just wanted them to hug so badly. If they don't show the hug, that means it could be a kiss. Exactly! Exactly! Which means that I am assuming it was a kiss until they show me otherwise. They denied me the hug, so now they're gay for each other. That's the conclusion. I got a delivery to make. Yeah, you do. Maybe we should go over this again, because honestly, I'm still not sure I get it. What? Who are we actually fighting again? Jack Noir? Yeah, well, one version of Noir. There's a shitload of them, though. Which one is this? He's yours. Ours? Yeah, the one from your session. But our Jack spent months in prison. Well, I guess he broke out. He's kind of like a huge fucking deal now. When did this happen? I have no idea. I wasn't there. I guess neither was I. He's got Lord English powers, though. He is apparently, like, just wrecking fucking news. Or wretched fucking news. Damn. He's going to be hard to beat, even armed with the ultimate weapon. Some swords. Sounds like some shit is going down. Let's not downplay our sword gambit, though. I've yet to encounter a problem where a sword didn't factor into the solution, at least in some way. I bet. Bear in mind, I haven't actually solved many problems over the course of my life, but the ones I have, man, swords proved hells of instrumental. Their name is Whiska. Ooh. In their timeline, this session is taking place. The OG Vriska died, and Doc Scratch tried to influence someone to become a new Vriska, but couldn't exactly get them right. Oh, that's a cool origin story. Wait, did you see the rollovers on the last page? Did I? Oh no, I didn't on this page. Okay, so now they're next to each other, which makes sense. We now go on to the continued conversation in the next page. Are they all just talking about the stuffed dragon? Yes, yes. Well, Rose is there, just thinking, thinking malignant thoughts towards Rose Sprite or Jasper Rose Sprite. Mina is just far away from here. She is the queen of her cruise ship. She is sailing smooth waters while the Riskas just completely go at it, sizing each other up. Just far away. Fantasizing about smothering with a pillow. Oh my god. Roxy's on her way with the egg. There's Rose Sprite just hanging out. Hello, Calliope. Calliope meeting the mayor. Yes. That's yes. Threatening Calliope. Oh my god, she is. Just the big long shadow there. The final boss of friendship has arrived. Has the mayor met his match? Oh, I love that. Calliope just standing there. What do you mean you didn't solve many problems? Didn't you, like, program robots and stuff? I guess I meant real problems involving people. Oh, those. I'm considering making their ancestor a seer of void to show how they weren't meant to be Vriska on top of everything else. Ooh. Yeah. How would I even go about making, like, turning someone into Vriska? Someone who was, like, their own character from the beginning? So, Jack has Lord English powers? Yup. Does that have anything to do with Jake? Not according to my current understanding of a mostly nonsensical body of information. What does it actually mean, then? Riskified, yeah. That's kind of how it went. Yeah. Just pop, you're Vriska now. Except not really. What does that actually mean, then? Not sure. Mostly that he's really hard to kill, I think. Okay, well, that's a decent intel at least. He might be vulnerable to Welsh things too. Don't quote me on that, because it will make me sound like an idiot. Alright. Oh no, not the awkward silence again. Come on, boys, you can do it. Do you know when he arrives? I already said I don't know. Right. Oof. This is going rough. Guesstimates? Not soon enough is my best guess. And I guess also my opinion. Oh. You can do it, boys! You can get through a social interaction! You can do it! I believe in you! Is everything alright? Sure. It just seems like maybe you weren't that into this? Or at least not as much as I was, whenever I imagined the possibility of us meeting. Were you? Yeah, I guess I'm not doing a very good job of showing it now. I think that's probably just what I'm like, though. You don't say. I mean, when it comes to people in general, but probably especially people who are an important part of my life. So, you think I'm an important part of your life? Yes? You don't actually know me, though. Not this me. And I'm pretty sure you didn't know the other guy, either. That's true. What is it about me that's important, then? I'm not sure how to answer. Why? Because I'm getting the sense that you might disapprove of whatever I might say. Maybe you'll think it's weird that I idolized some version of you that I never knew. Idolized? See, it seems like you think it's weird. Yeah, I shouldn't have said anything. I don't know if it's weird, I just can't process it. Why? Don't worry, Dirk. Don't worry, Dirk. This isn't him, like, thinking you're weird. That's just him being like, what the hell? Because, I doubt that he ever considered that his brother, like his actual big bro, would ever be the kind of person to idolize him. When his bro was not the greatest person, and also, some of that, at least, I think at least at some point, Dave, like, genuinely looked up to him. Because maybe not anything to do with you, per se, but how I view my bro, and I've gotta say, meeting you, it's not rocking my world here, or upending any paradigms or whatever. Listening to you and looking at you, it really just reminds me of him. I know you're different and all, and also like a kid, I guess, but you don't feel that different. And hearing anything like that, like about idolization or like you were actually looking forward to this in any sincere way, is kind of fucking jarring. So, like, things between you and me, from your perspective, are we, like, not cool? That is complicated. Well, I guess I didn't fucking like you that much, okay? Oh, why not? Honestly, I don't know if I want to get into it. Okay. Because your other self was a bit of a weirdo and a creep and did not take care of him. And the awkward silence is back. Oh, just the cloud slowly passing. Ugh. Okay, actually, maybe I will get into it. Yeah, Dave, let it off your chest. I don't know why my friends got to have adults around who cared about them. They complained bitterly about stuff, so I guess I convinced myself they were all in the same boat as me. Well, that's not how it went. Their complaints were trumped up nonsense, and I bought it because, I don't know, I didn't have any frame of reference. But his dad and her mom, no matter what they said, it was so obvious they cared about them deeply. Even Jade's weird fucking grandpa who died when she was young obviously would have done anything for her. Why can I get such a raw cut of the asshole deck? And why did it take me so long to figure that out? And like, he's dead now, so that's that. So all that's left to do is look back and try to put the pieces together in my first 13 years. All I can think is, what the fuck was that? I don't come away with the impression I used to try convincing myself of, that he was like mysterious or stern or aloof. The only feeling left is this insane impression that I was raised by somebody who fucking hated me. And the whole act of even raising a child was some totally fucked up game to him. Like, parenthood was one of the highest tiers of irony in his solemn bullshit bro ninja code. Yeah, that's gotta fucking suck. To have to be raised by and live with someone who didn't really care that much about your development or your safety or your well-being. And then you finally grow up and you realize it and you can't even get any closure on it because he's already dead. He's gone. There's no possible way for you to get answers of like, why did you hate me so much or why didn't you care about me? There's just no closure to be had. Like, not that I think like he would necessarily get that closure even if his bro was alive, because there's like no good answer to this. There's no good answer to that. But at least like in that case he could be like, okay, well that just fucking sucked. He's an asshole. I can move on with my life. He's just left with questions and not even the possibility of answers. There's no closure to be had. And he's just got to live with that now. And that sucks so bad. Oh god. Here we were. So he went through those motions and did whatever he thought was funny or badass. But under that weird stylistic and totally sociopathic approach to parenting, I can't even imagine there was any emotion towards me other than some sort of loathing. I want him to get his happy. Me too. Oh, he deserves a happy ending. Oh god. I really hope, now that he's got this sort of like weird semi-parental relationship going on with Roxy, I hope he gets some kind of closure with that. I just want him happy. I want him to have positive parental figures in his life. Like, it's not on Roxy to, like, be a parent or whatever, but she seems to be embracing it. Like, I just want Dave to have happiness and peace and safety and just, like, I just want him to be happy and safe. I just want him to be happy. Yeah, even from the beginning, like, it was so clear he had the worst home situation of all of them. Like, yeah, like you said, John's dad and Rose's mom, like, sure, they had some issues. Rose's mom, mainly the alcoholism, and both of them with just like picking one interest of their kids and getting way too weird about it and way too into it. But like they still care. They still gave them like safe food and shelter, and like still like tried and obviously cared. Dave didn't have any of that. He was yeah, like there was never any good, healthy, safe food in the house. It was never, he was always surrounded by creepy puppets, that like was not like I don't think he ever felt safe in that house. I wouldn't have. And like just like this bro who like started sword fights with him on a roof. Like that's not a great situation to be in. And like, oh god, I could rant for ages about all the ways that Dave's bro fucked up. But I just want him to be happy. I remember where I did this really short table stuck session, and when I did some roleplay with the Rose player as Roxy's mom, was the most depressing stuff out of everything. Yeah. Like I don't even remember like Jade's grandpa. I honestly nothing about that situation really stuck out to me compared to the others. I'm gonna be honest. Like he was just like a wacky grandpa who eventually died. But like Jade knew she was loved, and even if it was a weird situation, she knew she was loved and cared about. Dave didn't have that. Yeah. Like all of them had like some kind of weird home situation, but Dave had nothing. Oh god, and I really hope he gets some happiness and joy and safety. Yeah. What did he do? I don't want to get out the laundry list, but for reference, laundry wasn't one of those things. That was just one of the many little domestic things I just had to sort of figure out. Sort of like I eventually had to learn what the real purpose of a refrigerator was from the movies. Wait, what? I don't know, there's too much to even get into. Oh my god, yeah. This is a bit off topic. But I was like when I first tried out in-person college and was in the dorms and stuff, and like the amount of people my age who didn't know how to do laundry, and like these simple adult things just like really put into perspective, like, oh, like, hey, yeah, I guess a lot of people's parents didn't take the time to like go through and actually teach them that stuff and just left their kids to figure things out, or assumed that they would learn through school or media or something, or didn't even think about it. Which sucks for most people. Yeah, my mom's good. She taught me how to do it. Yeah. Like I just had I just remember being like brought down to the laundry room and being showed like, okay, like here's what all the dials do. Here's how you do. Here's where the laundry detergent is. This is how you do it. You just like leave it here for a bit. This is how you set for an alarm to go off with the buzzer or whatever. And like yeah, it was like a good like sweet little moment of learning stuff with my parents, and like to realize just how many parents don't even think to do stuff like that. Like your kid's not gonna know how to do laundry until someone shows them. Like like if you complain like, oh, my kid never does laundry, my kid never does the dishes, my kid never cleans up cleans up after themselves, like, have you shown them how to do it? Have you shown them this is how you organize things, this is how you put things away, this is where the cleaning stuff is, this is how you use them, this is how you use the dishwasher, this is how you arrange the dishwasher? Like that's another thing, like how many people don't know how to like actually put dishes in the dishwasher properly. Like how many people like will leave like bowls and stuff face up in the dishwasher, so it just like collects all that gross dirty water in them. And like no, you have to put anything that's like a bowl or a cup or whatever has to go upside down so it doesn't gather all the dishwasher water in it. Like it's like I'm just like man, that sucks, dude. Kids aren't gonna know stuff until you show them how to do it, and it's kind of very frustrating when adults expect you to know stuff when no one's shown you how to do it. Like yeah, if you want your kid to be able to do stuff, the first step is making sure they know how to do it. And like do it with them a couple times with them, and then you can't expect them to be able to do it on their own. And if they don't, like, then like whatever next step in parenting is. But like first step is they gotta know how to do it. You can't just expect kids to magically know things. They are new to the world. You are their first introduction to how to navigate that world. And they're not gonna know how to do shit unless they do it. It's just the general topic of like how adults, how parents and just adults in general treat kids is just like one of the things that really gets me riled up and frustrated. And just kids deserve better, man. They just deserve better than what society gives them in general. But yeah, like that's kind of wacky. Like I did yeah, it's fucked up that he didn't even know what a refrigerator was for. I don't know, there's too much to even get into. Just I don't remember the atmosphere ever not being nerve-wracking while having to sneak around, and my shitty childhood spider senses are tingling just thinking about it. Yeah, and he had to live with that super creepy Juju doll. He had to live with Cal the Puppet. Like, oh my god, that's gotta be, that house probably had such bad vibes. Just, having to live with like even aside from like all the crappy things from just Dave's bro being a crappy guardian, having to live with like a soul of the most like evil being who's in the universe with a fragment of that soul just floating around the house, that's gotta do something to the atmosphere, right? That's gotta have an effect too, right? Oh man. It was training, you know? You know what it really was? It was some vicious shit that was bad and sucked, and I hated it. Didn't make me stronger, it did the opposite. Never made me want to fight. It never made me want to see blood or be near danger or hear metal sounds. It made me hate the idea of being a hero, because he was a hero, and he ruined the idea of heroism. I don't even want to be fighting this shitty version of Jack, but hey, nobody else has secret Welsh powers, so I guess I have to. What gets me is how long it took me to put all this together. To stop seeing it as some kind of roughhousing and eccentric life I had but was otherwise normal. It took years to deconstruct it all and put it back together and understand how fucking mad I should be. In particular, how stone cold deeply uncared for I was my whole life. Like, being merely monitored by a violent robot. I only started getting it after spending a lot of time in person with a bunch of people who actually did care about me. And I could start feeling like actually somewhat human for the first time instead of some sort of runty afterthought to a household cable of smutty puppets. Puppets? The fucking puppets! Oh god, the puppets. I know how it sounds, but I am not joking, and there is no shred of doubt in my mind that he loved all those puppets more than me. Honestly, it is very possible that he was just insane and that's it. I guess it didn't help either that we lived with that we lived with what we have come to understand may theoretically be the most evil doll to exist in any universe ever. Yeah, exactly. The fact it's my tenuous understanding that he came down to Earth with that thing and like actually grew up with it. Maybe spending 30-some years being inseparable from that hell puppet had some effect on him? Like, maybe if it hadn't been casting a pall over our apartment for 24/7 since he took me in, grinning, glaring, laughing in my sleep, maybe our lives wouldn't have been quite so... Maybe we would have... What? Like, yeah, like even if you can put it... like, even if you can point to something and say, like, this is why he was the way he is, like, that still doesn't, like, erase the harm that it did to Dave. All the shitty stuff he did. But, like, it's, like, that's, like, so tough to be, like, saying, like, the what ifs, the questions. Sure, you don't need to be a good person to be a hero, but no one can tell the difference, so act like a good person and you will be a hero. Quote I thought for Riska, yeah, exactly that. Like, didn't Dave say something at some point? I think he did about, like, John being, like, more heroic or, like, being a hero or something. Like, that means a lot more coming from this. I may be misremembering that, though, so, so don't quote me on that. Or may have been someone else who said something like that about, like, John being, like, an actual heroic person. Ironically, the exact opposite of what Friska said in the quote being referenced. Yeah, that's so funny. You okay there? Like, it is so tough to be like, if this one thing was different, maybe we could have actually been gone. Maybe things could have been different. Maybe I could have had a decent childhood. Maybe I didn't have to be treated like shit by the adults in my life. Maybe if, like, but, like, that's just, like, that's the path to hell. You can't torture yourself with what ifs for all the time, because it can't change anything. You gotta learn to move forward and look to the future. But what is going on here? You okay there? Yeah. That doll, that was Cal, right? Yeah. Right. My version is empty, apparently, whatever that means. Huh. How do you know that? A source. One supposedly knowledgeable in jujus. I never quite knew what that meant, though. Well, whatever his was, empty is never how I would have described it. Man, I don't know if I figured something out here, like, explain something, or if I'm just driving myself crazy with this talk and nothing ever needs explaining. It doesn't change my past or how I feel about him. He was still pretty much awful no matter what the reason. I'm sure that's the only feeling I'll ever have about him, so who cares why it was like that? Yeah. This also kind of sucks for Dirk. Like, he was so looking forward to and so pumped to, like, meet his bro, and now to hear, like, oh, hey, things were fucked for him. I'm probably never gonna have a good relationship with him because, like, the other version of me was such a shithead to him. Like, oh, man. Like, poor Dirk, too, in this situation. That all sounds really bad. I don't know what to say, though. Maybe I shouldn't say anything, since I just remind you so much of him for, obvious reasons. I don't want to make you feel worse or make it sound like I'm offering a defense for him or me, because I don't have one for either of us. Come on, man. You didn't do anything. This was just some douchebag with your exact DNA who happened to grow up to be my bro. You had a completely different life full of, like, different choices and actions and stuff. And even if you were going to turn out like him, you've barely cleared the halfway mark on actually chronologically getting there. And some way ranting about all this is probably just uncool of me because you aren't him. You're not responsible for any of this shit, but I'm sort of implicitly tacking it on you anyway. So, I'm sorry about that. I'm not sure it's true, though. At least I don't feel that way. What way? That I'm not him. The fact is, I am. It's something I've come to understand about myself. All splinters of me are basically me, no matter how much I want to resist that truth. Pretend they aren't reflecting my own qualities back at me. I bear a certain responsibility for all of them. Splinters? Yeah. I guess the concept isn't that unique to me. We've all got other versions of ourselves running around here and there, about the various compartments of this messed up cosmos. Right. I just happen to be particularly connected to mine. I felt haunted by them. And what that really means is I'm perpetually haunted by my own bad qualities. So when I hear about stuff I did in another reality, I'm not sure what my adult self might have ever tried to do to atone for that stuff, if anything. Pretty much dick squat. Yeah, he would have done nothing. He would have done shit. Yeah, but in any case, I'm sure I was completely in the wrong, and I'm sorry I messed up your life. I really hope this brings some closure to Dave. I really hope so. And helps him to be able to, like, process and move on from it. As much as anyone can. Like, the shit that happens to you in childhood sticks with you for the rest of your life. Like, you can't ever completely leave it behind, but you just gotta learn to look forward and keep moving. Thanks, but it still feels a little odd accepting an apology from somebody who I just met and technically had nothing to do with my life. Even if you do feel guilty splinter ways or whatever, it is just a messed up situation. And I guess I had to vent, and there was never anyone I wanted to say all that to. And the only thing that was gonna drag it out of me, I guess, was like a teen stand-in phantom of my dead bro. Some perfectly innocent dude having to take the brunt of this shit. I'm not particularly innocent, though. I've messed up a lot of things with my friends. Honestly, that's why I wasn't that bent on sticking around when I showed up, and pretty much jumped at the offer of flying here to get ready for some yet-to-be-explained battle. Battles are easy. Steal a sword and some bad guys. It's a lot simpler than having to answer for things you did. For the most part, I feel pretty bad about the role I played in my friends' lives. Especially Jake. What happened there? I don't even know. An unmitigated disaster for which I'm entirely to blame. Oh, it's at least half Jake's fault. Like, dude, you were both not great. It's not any one thing. I think it was just a completely toxic element in his life from day one. I don't know what he's doing now. I wouldn't be surprised if he was trying to avoid me as much as possible. I'm sure that's for the best. I think I need to stay out of his business for a good while so I don't risk poisoning another innocent kid's life. Like I did with you, apparently. Dude, you gotta... Dirk, you gotta just, like, learn to... you can't be thinking of yourself as poison, you gotta be a little kinder to yourself, dude. Like, it's a big, like, it's starting to concern me a bit, like, him, like, saying, so, like, taking responsibility for all his alternate selves' bad actions and bad qualities, and then, saying, oh, so I don't risk poisoning another innocent kid's life. Dude, you are also a kid! You are also a kid! So yeah, that combined is starting to make me a little bit concerned for Dirk and his self-image. Yeah, I mean, maybe it's a little different because relationships between peers is a whole other thing. It's tricky shit, and you're both figuring stuff out on a relatively equal footing, and you're both at the same point in your lives. Yeah. It's not like when one person is older and supposed to be a lot more... Never mind, this is a fucked up thing to think about, but the bottom line is, yeah, laying low while you sort out your stuff can't hurt. Yeah. It's a very different situation when one person is not only older than you, but also your guardian in charge of you, the one person who's supposed to, like, be in your corner and advocate for you when you can't. Like that, it's fucked up. It's fucked up. Well, when you fuck up things with your friends who are the same age and then the same, like, social situation as you, like that's a different kind of situation. At least you're on equal footing. Yeah, and you're both usually it's like someone on both parts when you're kids, because kids are generally not good at navigating social situations yet. So usually it's like both parties fuck up a little bit, and that's how shit happens. I have arrived. Hello, Gerard! Nice to see you. Yeah, we're diving into Dave and Dirk's relationship and the fucked up stuff in Dave's childhood. Right. The thing with that, with my adult self's ways, the sad thing is, I can really see it. How someone like me can go unchecked in life and turn out to become a much worse person than I already am. I guess I'm just relieved I still have some time to make sure that doesn't happen. You don't actually seem like a bad person to me, though? No? Nah. Why not? We did just meet, after all. Because I don't know if truly bad people wrestle so much with whether they're good or bad. I think if I ever sensed my bro, like, struggled at all with what he was doing or who he was, or showed any sort of doubt, I might have changed something. There was never a crack in it, or the slightest hint of introspection behind the aggressive, cool dude facade. If there was, I sure never noticed. I mean, personally. I think about it all the time now. What it actually means to be good or bad. Or if not something that's starkly moral, at least just trying to examine the difference between being decent and being a douche. Maybe it's because of him I worry about that now, but for me, I think that internal struggle is kind of mild. For him, or for you, I mean. It sounds like some pretty dark shit, like grappling with becoming evil versus simply trying not to. Yeah, that's not too far off. But the point is, even just talking to you a little bit, it's obvious you've been fighting with that, which means that you care enough to put in some effort. I think that counts for something. Maybe. Not sure if I'm ready to accept a pat on the back for recognizing I have some problems and worrying about whether they'll destroy me and fuck up the people I care about. That might be setting the bar kind of low. Oh, the real shit. Yeah. We're getting into it. Well, when it comes to the subject of him, the bar is already pretty low, dude. The weird thing, actually, is that it's actually kind of refreshing to hear a sincerely leveled critique of all my negative qualities coming from another person invested in a relationship with me rather than from a fucked up iteration of myself as some bizarre trollish form of self-abuse. The only thing I've ever been exposed to are either various forms of self-loathing, either from me or my autoresponder, or attitudes completely oblivious to my real issues as expressed through my friends. My friends always seem to cut me so much slack, or were just never aware of this kind of person I really was. Well, Jake probably is, by now at least. And he's also the sort of guy who's just as likely to blame himself for the stuff I did as he is to blame me. Jane and Roxy, though, never seemed to see anything wrong with me. If anything, just the contrary. Roxy in particular had a certain fixation. She meant well, but was so enamored with me that seemingly everything I did, which I think was the last thing I needed, to be idolized in some form by other people I respected. I had enough of that feeling coming from within, particularly when I was younger. And since then, I've been plagued by the insane ego of my youth in the form of an artificial intelligence I designed, which essentially trapped that state of mind in a sort of horrid suspended animation. Until recent developments, of course. So, was that stuff true when you said you idolized the other version of me? Yeah. And not just some bullshit like how I used to say the same thing about my bro when I didn't know any better? It's definitely not like that. I never lived with him or met him, so couldn't have anything like the contentious relationship you had with my older self. He was a historical figure from centuries ago. There was a lot to admire and think about fondly, especially since I was alone and never had any direct contact with another person or any concept of civilization. So even though I'm sure I romanticized what his life was like in the early 21st century in general, it was nice to think about you. I passed a lot of time that way. You say there was a lot to admire. Like, what? Well, he was pretty famous, made some successful movies, at least under a somewhat expansive definition of success, and an even more expansive definition of movie. His work accumulated a lot of subversive political influence, which got him in trouble later. He made like a million bullshit statues of liberty, scummed them up with JPEG artifacts, and littered them all over the planet. Holy shit. He was also a pretty badass swordsman and an active member of the resistance movement. He slaughtered the clown presidents on the roof of the White House and flew away on a shitty skateboard. Then it seems he gave the Batter Witch a pretty good run for her money. It wasn't enough, but at least he went down fighting. Yeah. I'm gonna need to hear more details on this sometime. Sure. But as you can tell, clearly there was a lot to look up to. I thought about the examples you set constantly. The creative ideals, the advanced theories and irony and humor, the tales of courage and martial prowess. Really, I modeled everything about myself after you. Or at least everything good that I was trying to become. And I probably spent an embarrassing amount of time imagining what it would be like to live during his time and to be able to have something resembling a sibling relationship, or be in some sort of master-apprentice situation. When I finally learned you existed and started to understand who he really was in relation to me, that put a lot into context. I realized he was a version of you who got a chance to live up to his full potential. When I understood there was a young version of you in a situation sort of like mine, whose time on Earth got cut short when you were thrown into all this, I was at least happy to think there was some reality where you got the chance to do everything you wanted to do, be successful, and fight for all the right things. Even if ultimately it didn't lead to a great outcome for humanity, you had an opportunity to live a full life and show what you were made of. Well, I guess I had the same opportunity on your world. Somewhat less, fortunately. Yeah, but then for all my pitching, I guess I still never grasped your full reality. Just like you probably didn't grasp mine, but just reading into the mindset of a historical figure as best you could. What if I wasn't as heroic as it seemed? What if adult me was kind of douchey too in a way you couldn't observe? Perhaps, but beyond a certain point, I think accomplishments speak for themselves. I don't know if you can just completely shred every person who ever did great things because they had some flaws. All I can say is, it was important to me to see him the way I did. This is a very important thing that most people on the internet have not learned. Oh my god. Like, there were some, like, genuinely shitty, people in the public eye, and, like, people who, like, act like they're good people when they're not. Like, there are some genuinely shitty people out there. But, all the time, especially with, like, indie content creators, like, get dragged so much for the most minor things. Like, I don't know how many of you, watch The Amazing Digital Circus, but there's some shit going on with the creator, Gooseworks, where, I haven't dove that too deep into the, so-called controversy, but apparently, my understanding of the situation is that people are, like, sending a lot of hate to Gooseworks, because apparently Gooseworks said something about Pomni and Jax being the main characters, which they are! They obviously are, if you watch the show. The show spends more time on Pomni and Jax than any of the other characters, except maybe Kane? No, not even Kane. Just, like, Pomni and Jax are, like, they're, like good contrasts of characters. They contrast each other enough where of course they're the main characters, of course the show spends more time on them because they're interesting, and a show needs to be interesting. Like, as much as it would be great to, like, spend more time with the other characters, there's just not enough time. There's just not enough time to do that with every character. There's not enough time to give all the characters equal time. It's just not possible. You need to have people, you need to focus this stuff, but like people spend so much vitriol and hate towards Gooseworks just for saying that, hey, these characters narratively hold more importance than the others, which is just a common thing in stories, just a narrative thing. And people are sending so much hate because they wanted, like, their faves to be a main character. Like that's not what main character means. And it's so bad that Gooseworks has had to go off of social media entirely, and even said that they've thought about just never touching the fan, their own show ever again with a 10-foot pole. And it's it was such a minor thing. It was such a minor thing. It's not like indie creators have this whole team of PR people behind them. They're just people. They're just people doing their best, trying to make stories they love. And that things have gotten so bad that Gooseworks is finding it difficult or even impossible to enjoy this story that they lovingly created and shared with the world, that they're finding it difficult to even enjoy it anymore. I just find the Gooseworks drama sad. Only off of Reddit? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I don't pay that much attention to fandom drama. It's just it's not good for it to I just find that it's better for me, for my own mental health, to just not pay that much attention to fandom drama and just not not let that be part of my internet experience. But it's just it's so bad. It's so bad. It's finally Gooseworks drama side. Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy. I feel so bad for them. I really hope that that Gooseworks enjoys. I don't know what Gooseworks' pronouns are. I don't know anything about them. So I'm just gonna use they them unless I get corrected. But yeah, I hope they spend enough time off of social media and off of Reddit, apparently, where they can take a step back from the fandom drama. I hope they don't let this I hope this experience doesn't permanently taint their relationship with their own creation, their own story, their own characters. I hope that they're able to find joy in it again, and ignore the haters. I hope that this doesn't force them to take the story in a different direction than what they want. I wish them the best. I hope that they're able to yeah, it's like the way that some fans and some people just can't act decently. I do think they will. Yeah. I really hope that they're able to bounce back from this. Just like the way that some fans just can't behave themselves, just can't just can't grasp the concept that the indie creators are not, they're doing something they love, they're doing something they're passionate about, and they are giving it to you oftentimes for free or severely undercompensated for it. And they're here because they're passionate. They're here because they want to share something they love with the world. They're here because they want to do something creative and fun and good. And nobody's perfect. And of course there's gonna be mistakes, especially like with something that only has like a couple people behind it. And like it is an insane feat to be able to make animation at all, let alone on the scale of what Gooseworks has accomplished. Like there's gonna be a huge team of people behind it, even for an indie group. Like there's got to be dozens of people working on this at any amount of time that Gooseworks has to work with and contact and manage and make sure that everyone's on the same page. And like animation is an incredibly difficult thing, and to like be able to make these full-length episodes as an indie creator and get it out like at the quality that it's being produced and get out there, like that's an amazing accomplishment. And there's going to be flaws in anything. And like you get like of course the story is not going to be perfect. No story is. And like of course the story isn't going to go exactly how you the fan wants it to go, because you're not the one making it. You're not the one making it. You gotta just sit back, enjoy it. If you wanted things to go differently, that's what fan fiction is for. If you wanted the story to focus more on Zooble and Gangle, then you write a fan fiction about Zooble and Gangle. Or you write a fanfic about Kinger, or any of your other favorite characters that you wish had more focus in the show that they unfortunately didn't have time to spend on in the actual show. That's what fanfiction is for. That's what fan art is for. That's what fandom communities are for. If we're discussing the what ifs and like, hey, what if we dove deeper into this character psychology? Or like what if this happened? Or like how would the characters react in this situation? The show can't cover everything. They have a limited amount of episodes. They have a limited amount of time that they can do this. And so they have to tell a certain story. And that means that some characters have to have more time than others in order for that story to get told in the most interesting and most comprehensive way possible. Sometimes that's just how it goes. Like Pomni and Jax. Jax is an amazing like antagonistic character that gives the story a lot of interesting back and forth. Like he has a very different perspective on the situation of the circus than most of the other characters. Very different from the main character Pomni, who, of course, Pomni's the main character. Of course, Pomni's the main character. She's the audience insert, basically. She's the one we follow, the perspective that the audience is viewing the circus through. So yeah, Pomni's the main character. Jax is the main character because he's antagonistic towards Pomni and the other characters, and that creates a lot of conflict and interest. So anyways, we're going let's stop talking about the amazing, just yeah, crazy even is in contention. Yeah, like that like I do kind of understand where some people are coming from, like what do you mean the main character? Because very early on, I think Gooseworks did say that they wanted to do like character-centric episodes where like each episode focused on a different character. There's still a little bit of that, but it's clear that like Pomni and Jax are kind of like running the show. Not literally, that's what Kane is for. But so like I just said like oh, they had an expectation that each character would be getting equal screen time and equal focus. But like that was very early on when a lot of the episodes hadn't even been written yet, I think. Like things change in development. And that was one Tumblr post from very early on in the series. Actually, I think it might have been even posted even before episode 1 even officially came out. I'll have to check the dates on that. But this was a very early Tumblr post, very early in the series. That people would take that so seriously that they would say oh, this is lion bad storytelling. You can't take it that seriously, guys. We're all here because we enjoy the same story, because we like it. You gotta be the amount of Gooseworks is not the only one who's had this happen to them. Certainly not the only indie creator. A lot of indie creators get held to an insanely high standard by their fandoms, more so than mainstream shows do. And I think part of it is that indie creators are more accessible, or they feel more accessible to the average fan than these big giant, unless they made a game about it. Which is, yeah, because it means you get all these indie shows. People get very passionate about them because they are very creative, very intentional stories that people get very passionate about it. So you get all these people with high emotions and high emotional involvement in these stories, and then you have these creators who are more accessible. So you get all these people. So when things don't go the way that fans expect them to or want them to, and these creators, like I said, they generally don't have huge PR people to be able to manage or support these online interactions with fans. And so these creators just get swamped by these swarms of online fans who are sending all this hate and vitriol because of things that the fans really should not be that upset about. It's called Psycholonials, and it's pretty good from what hold on, I'm gonna set that aside, check it later. But yeah, it's the fact that even this has always been a bit of a problem in online fandom, but it feels like it's becoming so I don't know if it's worse now than it was in the past, but it's at least becoming a bit more prominent, I think. It's something that we see a lot more because we're seeing a lot more indie shows and indie games come out. And it's great that indie content is starting to become more prominent in mainstream media, but it also means that these kinds of things where indie creators get swarmed by hate from online fans who don't know how to conduct themselves properly or politely and don't know how to separate the art from the artist or from the fan, and which means that we're seeing a lot more of this because we're seeing a lot more indie content. The best fan is a silent fan. Yeah, you should not be placing your internal version of the story that you think is going to happen and try to force it onto the creator. Fandom should never cross over with the actual canon creator. If things don't, fans have no control over canon, and some fans just haven't internalized that. You need to internalize that you have no control over fandom. You will not, or you do not have no control over canon. You cannot control canon. You cannot force the creator to do anything, and trying to do so is only going to cause a lot of drama and a lot of harm, and may even cause the creator to completely lose their motivation and drive to continue making the story that you love. But yeah, we do need to start having more, something needs to change here. I don't know if it's something that can be entirely fixed. I don't know if there's a solution here. I'm sure people who are better at who know more about media interactions and creator interactions online would have more ideas on how culturally we can change this shift and help either protect creators from waves of online hate or like try to push for more for fans to be more polite, which is a harder task, I think. I have reason to suspect this won't be fixed. Yeah. Exhibit A, Homestuck was the exact same way, and this was over 10 years. Yeah, exactly. So I don't know if this will ever be entirely fixed. Unfortunately, I think the only solution would be from the creator's end to just simply not do that much interaction online and just not look at the comments, which unfortunately I think is the only way for this to be avoided at all for the creator's end. Yeah, and only got worse. Yeah, especially with something like Homestuck that's like, at least at times, intentionally inflammatory, it seems. Or like intentionally like, God, I can't think of the word. Like stepping over social lines. In a way that I can see rubbing people the wrong way a lot. But yeah, it happens with anything, even something as like the digital circus, and it's happened with like even like streamers or whatever too, like any things that people get a lot of feelings about. There's going to event and that get big enough. Yeah, it's just Homestuck was really the first mega fandom for an online product, meaning the fans and creator were closer than ever. Yeah, and as we see more, what is happening? What is that? What? Oh, hold on. I got a little pop-up on my computer here. Oh, okay, never mind. I just think the solution is just for the creator to restrict themselves to a small space where they can easily get rid of any toxic people that allow themselves to talk about their fans. And just has to doing this with, yeah, and even like I know I've mentioned not Andrew Hussey, Toby Fox, like he has very minimal online presence. Like he doesn't really interact directly with fans at all. Like he'll occasionally do, like I've occasionally seen like an interview with him or something, but like even like the Undertale like anniversary stream, like even that he didn't show up in person. Like he doesn't show his face. He doesn't really show his real voice. It's like that's probably the healthiest approach that a creator can do, just completely separating yourself from the online. I think I remember the teen that didn't like the story, so they went to beat up the creator? What? John Calibur, what? Yeah, I'm with Infinite's here. More context needed? What? Yeah, but I think, yeah, honestly, it sucks, man. Like it shouldn't be on the creator to like have to like it shouldn't happen in the first place, but unfortunately I do think that just came back, we're still on this page. Yeah, it happened again. We got on a rant about how fandoms need how broadly speaking fandoms have a toxic relationship with indie creators. John didn't like Caliborn's story, so he wouldn't beat him. Oh yeah. Yeah, John's the toxic fan in this. He's the true toxic phantom. That was based on a true story. The Homestuck fandom's vitriol at Andrew. Yeah. Yeah, but oh my god. Yeah, I really hope Gooseworks is able to come back from this and recover mentally from all the hate that they've been getting. Like it's for such a stupid reason too. Saying the main characters are the main characters. Like anyone who does who like knows anything about story structure and media analysis would be able to tell you that Pomni and Jax are the main characters. I'd regularly talk about how the teens want to beat them up because of writing decisions. Yeah, I didn't know that was the reason that's so childish. Yeah. I haven't dove too much into this, so I don't know if like there's more context to this or whatever, but that's my understanding of it, that people got upset that the creator said that that Pomni and Jax were the main characters. Probably because there's a lot of literal children in the fandoms. Yeah. I do also think it's part of like that, like with COVID, fandom culture became a lot more mainstream. A lot of people who weren't familiar with fandom started getting more into online fandom, which means that there's now a huge group of people involved in fandom who don't know about like the typical fandom rules and rules for fans conducting themselves in relation to the creator. Like, not to say that even before there weren't insane people and people like doing crazy things with the creators and saying hateful things to the creators. And not to say that's purely that fault, but I do feel like the typical fandom rules that was like generally understood by people have gotten a bit lost in the trees a bit more. I feel like people don't acknowledge that like half of most fandoms are children, purely because they have sheer numbers on the side. Yeah. And like because I've seen a lot more of like people like oh, like you shouldn't be in fandom if you're like over a certain age, like what are you doing still here, like oh, you children. The older people are the people who built the fandom that you're currently in. Most of the Homestuck music team was still in high school when they first joined, and this was in 2009. Yeah. Like I do love that the internet has made it a lot easier for people to make and share creative content. Like I don't like using the word content, but there's not really a better word to encompass everything, like art, music, games, comics. I mean, art generally can, but then people tend to think you're just thinking of like drawn art, but like instead of like the more broad definition of art, creative works. That works. Yeah, creative works. Thank you. Like indie creative works. I like that a lot better. I like that a lot better than using the word content. I like that a lot better. Creative works. Yes. Thank you, Mixolity. Works. Yeah. But anyways, I think we spent long enough ranting about fandom discourse. And let's continue on. God, where was I? It's always the top of the page. We'll just start from Dirk's speaking here. Hold on, I'm gonna get a drink of water. Okay, here we go. Perhaps, but beyond a certain point, I think accomplishments speak for themselves. I don't know if you can just completely shred every person who ever did great things because they had some flaws. Oh yeah, that's what started this whole thing. Me talking about how this is something that, that most of the internet needs to learn, and then I started talking about the Gooseworks situation, and then just, like, fandom hate on creators, in general. That's what started this whole thing. I don't know if you can just completely shred every person who ever did great things because they had some flaws. All I can say is it was important to me to see him the way I did, as a good person who inspired me and set the standard for what I wanted to be. It kept me going. That said, I'm also glad there's this version of you who got to go through all the things you've been through. Like, yeah, you didn't get to be the cool celebrity who cuts down juggalos on badly defaced government property, and the idea of a normal life was really taken from you, and it's something you'll never get to experience. But this is so much more challenging and uncertain. You get to apply all that potential you showed in one reality to something much bigger and more existentially critical. Whatever strength you showed in trying to save a dying planet, the fact is, I think we need that more here. And the trials inherent in being part of something like this, I think they bring more out of you than a relatively pedestrian life on Earth would. Make you face more things about yourself. At least that's been true for me. but it sounds like it's been true for you too. It sounds to me like the experiences you've had changed you a lot, for the better. You mentioned the experiences with him that were designed to make you stronger have actually made you weaker, but really, I doubt that's true. I bet you've become stronger than you realize, not because of anything he did, but because of what you've done, and the way you've changed yourself through your own effort. I hope it doesn't come off as overly sentimental garbage, but it seems to me like you turned out to be a really good dude. Like, really, a better sort of dude I ever imagined talking to when I pictured meeting the legendary guy I idolized. I pictured him as probably being too cool to be the type of guy you are. You know what? Fuck being too cool for that. I'm sorry, just you don't think I'm cool? Yeah, so that's a good thing. That's a good thing, Dave. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. Nah, I mean, in the right way, yes, I think you are. But in the way that doesn't mean anything and doesn't matter. Not particularly. Anyway, that's, all my stuff with respect to your other self. Again, there's a lot more I could say about him. Maybe stuff you should know, or maybe it's all irrelevant to the path you're on now. Regardless, I'd be more than willing to answer any questions you have about him. Or anything, really. Feel free to ask me whatever, okay? Yeah, I'll have to think. I love this. Dave getting some, Hey. Huh? Sorry about this. What? Is he gonna knock out Dirk too? Like how— oh! I like just the way he says sorry about this. Like, I'm just like, is another person gonna get knocked out of nowhere? Like, what? Why would he do that? But now I'm like, oh, he just gives him a hug. Oh, that's much better. For what I'm doing right now. This bullshit right here. Oh, what? It's really fucked up of me, what I'm presently doing, so sorry about that. Like, there's nothing fucked up about this! It's sweet! Oh, it makes me so happy! Oh, I bet, oh man. Oh, yeah. Man, this is some fucked up shit, alright? I know. But it's cool. Don't worry about it. So fucked up. I'm just picturing them both on the verge of tears here. I did a smush cheek. Sorry. Oh. Both weeping at the epicness. Now they're talking about Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff stuff. Nice. That's sweet. The awkward phase is over. They did it. They did it. They bonded. Are they still talking shit at each other? Now Mina's imagining herself as an epic overlord. Killing Lord English herself. And Vriska and Vriska are still facing off. I just calling them Vriska and Cooler Vriska. She does look really cool with the side shave and everything. Still just laying there. Hello, Kanea. We have a delivery for you. Yes, my two cat girls. Jade's looking so sweet there. And they're doing— oh, there's only one more left. There's only one more left. Roxanne Kanea. Yes. 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 We have a delivery. Special delivery for Kanea. Morb. Hey. Yes. Hey. 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 You said another hey. Are you going to say hey again by any chance? Hey! It's morning time! I knew it. Another hey. Can I, guess what? My first guess would be more hey, but if the thing to guess is the reason you are saying hey at me several times, I confess to being stumped. I got something for you. You do? What? That's the thing you got to be guessing. Is it the thing behind your back? Yeah, but you gotta be a little more specific. Is it a little piece of paper that says hey on it? No, but that would be so funny. You're pretty funny. Damn, now I want to go away and start this whole shit over so I can do that punchline instead. Maybe we should do several rehearsals first, just to make sure the final performance is as funny as possible. Yes! But no, yes, but no. What I have for you, ta-da, is this! She's gobsmacked. She's shocked. She's amazed. Is it real? Yeah! I mean, as real as I can make it, which I think means as real as the thing that it is and was always supposed to be when its idea is expressed as purely as possible through physical matter. It would be so funny if it turns out that it's just like a paper mache statue of the thing. Like a little replica made out of plaster or something. That would be so funny. I don't think it is. I think it's real, but it would be so funny. like, is it real? And Roxy's like, nope, and smashes it on the ground. Wow, what? It's a real alien egg. Bottom line, it took a lot of work, and I guess voidy's soul searching, but I finally made it just for you. For me? Yep. Hey, I know I don't know you too well. We just met. But really, it was always gonna be for you. This egg is stinking useless without someone who's qualified to care for it, and that's you. Please look after the little guy. I have developed some oddly motherly feelings for the spiky fucker myself. It was like this whole quasi-intellectual-emotional saga or something for me to figure out how to make this freaking egg. It's a matriorb. Yeah, that! I don't believe this. How is it possible? I still don't know how you did this. Don't worry about it. Just powers. Whoosh, magic noises. Whoosh. Voila! Insta-orb. Just add the subtraction of its non-existence. What was that? Oh, it's one of the little amphibian friends. She is speechless. Thank you. Oh, she's tearing up. Oh, she's so happy. Oh, she's so happy. No problem. I didn't think it would be this easy. I mean, not that it was easy for you by the sound of it. I mean, what I mean is, I thought it was going to involve an arduous and lengthy process for myself to undertake in order to figure out how it was even possible to reconstruct the orb, let alone actually do it. Nope. So instead of all that, it's just handed to me, like a nice present. Yes. I don't know what to say. This changes so much, but everything I thought I had to do. Does it? The way I see it is you shouldn't have needed to worry about making the thing. I think it will be challenging enough, like hatching it and tending to all the stuff that comes next. Isn't that basically being responsible for the preservation of an entire race of people? Like, not even a simple kind of people that all go about having your own babies by themselves and such. You have to set up and deal with this huge creature that does it all herself, right? Oh, hey, Zach OVT! Welcome! Welcome, nice to meet you! Yeah, hope you enjoy your time here. Isn't that... Oh, thanks for the follow! Thank you so much! Like, not even the simple kind of people that go all about having their own babies by themselves and such. You have to set this up and deal with this huge creature that does it all herself, right? Yes, that's how it works. And yes, that will be probably very challenging. Yeah, so just focus on that. I'm sure you'll have help if you need it. I mean, after all this shit is over, obviously. Hey, speaking of which, how'd it go here? Did you do the thing? Oh, now the girly and cool kid are fighting. They're not fighting. They're hanging out. They're hiding. They're hanging out. They're hanging out. I do love. I just. Oh God, I love this. Kanae is so happy. She's literally tearing up. You have never seen a Zekov 2 bucket, but you've never seen me. Hold on, wait, I didn't mean to. Okay, here we go. Yes, I think we did the thing. Our frog should be good to go. Yeah, and where exactly is Carcat? Wait, oh yeah, Carcat came too, didn't he? Where did he go? Yeah, Kanea, where's Carcat? What's he doing right now? What's he up to? Oh, he's still in the cave, meditating. The thought of Carcat willingly sitting still and quiet enough for it to count as meditating is so funny. Yeah, I think the only way that would be possible is with him being knocked out. Oh my god. Meditating, huh? Yes, it was a very spiritually uplifting encounter with the denizen. It really, puts our chakras. He needs some time to clear his head. Okay. So funny. Oh my god. Carcat meditating. Oh, she has a little birdie friend on her shoulder. That's so sweet. So, you're Rose's girlfriend, right? Why does the music work here? It does work. I don't know. Is that what humans call a mate split when the mate split is a girl? I don't know. Is a mate split the thing trolls call each other when they're girlfriends or boyfriends with each other? Yes. Aha, then, the answer is yes. Mixolity, as always has the perfect music for every scenario. Then the answer is yes? Yes. LMAO. Okay, it was kind of obvious. I was just making sure. Anyway, that's cool. Did you meet on your fancy meteor vessel? In person, we met there, yes. Originally, we first spoke while she was still in her session. I assisted somewhat, but I think I bugged her mostly. That seems like a lifetime ago now. So I guess you must have gotten to know each other a lot better during the trip. Yes, we had a lot of free time. I bet. Man, 3 years, was it? That's crazy. For a whole bunch of people who only just met, including humans and aliens. I mean, trolls. Whoops, sorry if that's rude. We call each other aliens all the time. But then you all immediately have to hunker down together for 3 years? That is very much what happened and what we had to do. It sounds fun. I kinda wish I could have been there. I guess I had my own less long stint with people in my session, which only like half a year though, which was cool in its own way, but it wasn't nearly as social as your scene sounded. It was pretty social, yes, but we also had little groups who generally convened with each other more often than the entire ensemble crowded together for a singular noisy affair. Such events were pretty rare, so maybe not as social as you were picturing. In fact, it was quite a subdued situation compared to the crowd I was formerly accustomed to congregating with. There were 12 of us back then, and now most of them are dead. Yeah, wow. I remember hearing about that from a friend who never even existed from this frame of reference. I guess that's another weird thing about my little sojourn to get to this point. It's all made of memories now that didn't even happen for other people. Oh! The free Nepeta fusion. That does sound like a lonely predicament in its own particular way. A sort of sacrifice you've had to make, yes? Yeah. Sacrifice abounds, it would seem. I don't know of anyone presently alive who hasn't had to trade something very important to them in exchange for continuing to be a material seeker in this endeavor. You were forced to trade something too, but in return, you've been able to do something. Something so wonderful that I guess I'm judging your accomplishment from an especially personal vantage. But no matter what else you've been through, I believe you can say you've done something as important as anyone could ever hope to do. Yeah, Roxy, you saved the entire troll race. That's not nothing. You did something very significant. You were responsible for the continued existence of trolls from this point forward. Oh, yes. I hope so. I really hope it all works out and you make a super successful Troll World 2. I think it'll technically be Troll World 3. Yeah, I want it to be a good place. Not so much like where I'm from. It all sounds really daunting, actually. Not even just the propagation of my kind, but managing to do it responsibly. Just causing millions of beings to exist for the sake of doing so. And dismissing responsibility for what sort of people they become. That isn't good enough for me. I think Echidna was right. I'll need him. Who? Oh, nobody. Let's say it was a figure of speech. I'll need everyone. Whoever is good and wishes to have a hand in the way our world is shaped. Yeah, I think you'll need Carcat. As loud and annoying as he can be. He's a pretty good leader, whether he wants to admit it or not. Make sure you all are hydrating. Count me in. I will. But as of the immediate point in time, I don't know what to do anymore. Before you came, I was on my way to join you and Rose and John, feeling quite sure I was about to get ready to fight. But then you gave me this, and now I'm unsure of everything to which I just imminently committed myself. How so? I want to help us win, but I also have a lot of responsibility now, in a way that is much more tangible and also spiky and round and sharp than just a few minutes ago. And I feel I have to consider risk to myself is now also the same as risk to the future of my people. Does that make sense? Oh, I see. Yeah, it's like, say, a mother wolf being all ready to stand up to some asshole of nature like a nasty bear, and she's ready to fight and all, but she's also gotta think about what happens to her pups if she gets hurt, yeah? Something like that, except I'd relate more to an analogy that didn't involve weird alien creatures. Oh, sure, just imagine instead of a wolf, it's like a mother, help me out here. Muscle beast. A beautiful mother muscle beast. And instead of a bear, it's a Metroid. Let's say good enough. Damn straight. Be fucking fight of the year right there. But yes, that concern is completely understandable. You don't gotta fight if you don't want. But I'm sure we could really use the help. Would I actually be of much use? I think so. I'd look at it this way. None of this next-gen troll stuff is even going to matter if we don't win this fight. So we have to prioritize beating all these goddamn villains, especially the witch. Any extra edge is going to help. And though I admit I don't know much about you, I am feeling pretty confident in my assessment that you are probably some sort of sick, deadly bitch. Who told you my secret? I knew it! In fact, I would bet that you can use your concern for all your future space pups to be way extra deadlier in this fray. Maybe you'd make the whole difference. The point is, we need you now just as much as anyone in the future will. And we are all risking stuff and all and we are all risking stuff and all in this together. And if you're with God, I can't say this line. And we are all risking stuff and all in this together. And if you're with me and Rose and John, don't worry. We ain't gonna let anything happen to you. I promise. Dang. Well, now that she's promised that, something is definitely going to happen to her. Or to Roxy in the process of protecting Kanea. Look, all my predictions for the final fart is that bad stuff is gonna happen all around until it doesn't. And happy ending. That's my extremely vague and going to be completely accurate prediction. Dang. That was really motivational and I feel very inspired now. For real? Yes, a little corny, but definitely genuine and moving. And now I'm suddenly psyched again to go dunk a narcissistic fishwoman into a sea dumpster. Fuck yes! Not to protect myself as someone fickle or lightly swayed on big decisions. Maybe it was just a roughly 30-second spell of cold feet and I just snapped out of it. I don't know. But you do seem to have a way with motivational words. You must be a natural leader. I think your group was lucky to have you. Me? Nah, I'm not naturally good at that at all. I mostly just yelled at my friends because they were such a gaggle of frustrating bozos. I guess I'm just feeling way inspired by the fact everyone is here together, and we're all about to try and do something huge and important. I've also watched John in action a bit, and he is very good at that stuff. He's actually so good at being inspiring, he's inspired me to try and be more inspiring? That sounds dumb as hell, but it's true as shit. I also love how he's got no idea how good he is at leadery stuff. It's so inspirationally friggin' adorable. It is. John's a sweetheart. Shall we go then? I love this shot of Roxy. She looks so cute. We hella shall. And off they go. Oh. They're all red. And I guess now we're going to, Mina Vriska and Cooler Vriska. We're finally getting an update on how that's going. I love them, yeah. But hey, Kanea finally got her egg! Oh, that's so sweet. I'll be taking this if you don't mind. Not that I care if you mind. For that matter, not that there's any chance you could possibly mind what anyone does with this deadly secret weapon, since you've made it perfectly clear what sort of person you want to be. Kanea's morbid. Which is to say, someone who's dedicated her entire existence to being utterly useless. Oh god, great. Now I have to differentiate these two. They're the exact same character! They're the exact same character! Oh, fuck. Fuck. Curse you, Homestuck, for having like 13 versions of every single character, and then having some of those same characters interact! At least like sometimes I have like, oh, well, this one is like, I guess slightly older, has been through something, and like I can give them a slightly different voice there. But no, these two are so close, in like, okay. Maybe I'll just make, Cool Vriska's voice a little, I don't know. Okay, let's make Cool Vriska's voice a little higher then, I guess. Wait, which version of me are you? Are you alive? Be quiet, I'm talking. Look at you, just look at you. How completely pathetic. What? What's your problem? My problem is you make me fucking sick. Did you know that? That it was possible for you to go so far down whatever toilet you decided to jump into however long ago, you could literally make your own stomach turn? I mean, my god. What are you talking about? Is it my new clothes and tattoo and stuff? Oh, look, I remember. Look, I remember feeling that way too, all stuck up about certain. It's not about your new look. I mean, not that it's the slightest bit flattering. In fact, I think it's perfect for you. I couldn't possibly imagine a style more impeccably suited to what a loser you become. A loser? Hey, come on now. Yes, loser. You are a loser. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but that's what you are now. Mina just off in her own world off there. We know she's just fantasizing about herself being cool and epic. Are you really so far removed from reality that you can't see it? Did this transformation happen so gradually that you just didn't notice? I find it hard to believe, and frankly more than a little disturbing, that some version of me could let this happen to herself without being at least somewhat aware that a dreadful decline of personal integrity was taking place. I'm not a loser, though. I like who I've become. I actually feel happy and good about my life for the first time in maybe forever. Like, actually good about my life in a way that feels real instead of forced. Don't you realize that's what it was like for us? You don't have a life. You're dead, remember? I'm the one with the life, and I fully intend to use it in a relevant and constructive way to help bring an end to all the horrible shit that's been going on for way too long. Remember when you used to care about that sort of thing? No, obviously not. All you care about now is bullshit hipstery fashion trends, feeling happy, and whatever the fuck it is you're doing here, frolicking with some horses in an ugly field or some shit. Just absolutely disgraceful. How could I have become so selfish? Do you know this? You do know this is selfish, right? This isn't having some fucking epiphany or like growing as a person or whatever self-serving spin you might be putting on what's happening here. It's just plain narcissism, the worst kind you're capable of, a total renunciation of any responsibility for contributing to the greater good. And it makes me fucking sick. No, that's not what it's like. You don't understand. You haven't, like, been through what? I've been through plenty. Don't get patronizing with me. How did you die again? Weren't you being stubborn and insisting on going off to fight Jack, even though that was obviously an ill-conceived plan that was going to get everyone killed? There it is again, making it all about you, even when trying to be heroic. You let that need blind you, and you did something really stupid, basically leaving no other option but for you to get killed. So since you started your journey as a ghost with that little feat of self-absorption, is it any surprise that after however many pseudo-sweeps floundering around as lost soul, this is where you end up? A shamelessly self-indulgent, punk-ass nobody? Oh wait, are you saying you didn't try to go fight Jack? What happened? How are you the version that's still here, that's still alive? Different shit happened. And from that point on, I started making better choices, unlike you. Contrary to your lazy, fakey, happy shit, I've actually grown as a person. What do you think of that, you frivolous, dithering bitch? Ooh, shit's going down between the Vriskas. Ooh. And Vriska looks really tense here. Oh my god. Oh dear. Honestly, I can barely even stand to look at you. I should really get out of here and spare myself the nausea. But I keep standing here, wasting my time dishing out this well-deserved smackdown. Maybe I'm paralyzed by disgust? Why are you being so mean to me? Mean? I'm just telling it like it is, sister. The truth is often harsh. That's something you used to understand. But now you appear to be the physical embodiment of everything I detest. God, I just can't get over your shitty makeover. Ugh. Hey, did you gain weight too? What? No, I didn't. I'm not. Yes, you did. I'm not blind, you know. I'm not fat. Sure, tell yourself whatever you want, whatever lets you be at peace with your new life. Why are you saying all this stuff to me? What did I ever do to you? I don't Holy shit. This is actually getting to you, isn't it? Unbelievable. Well, that tears it. You really are beyond any sort of redemption. Fucking incredible. Whatever happened to having a thick skin? Letting stuff roll off your back. Not letting shit get to you because you always knew you were better than the one slinging it. I guess this is what you call happiness now? Letting a few tiny little barbs shatter your self-esteem. You aren't happy. You're a hilarious train wreck combined with a sad punchline, and I'm ashamed to share an identity with you. Stop it! Vriska really is really against letting herself be happy in any timeline, I guess. Oh, shit. Shit. That's tough. Oh, don't worry, Sir Cat. I'm done here. I'm off to go do something useful, like winners do. Something you wouldn't know anything about anymore. Just leave me alone! How could I have ever been so awful? Okay, this is just getting embarrassing. Time to shove off. The truth be told, I should probably delay killing Lord English a little longer, just so he can put you out of your misery. Just go away! Ugh, I hate you! Your wish is my command, loser. Time to go get some awesome shit done, and grab the reins on a relevant, proactive existence. Shit, I'm feeling more adventurous and worthwhile as a person just thinking about it. Anyone who feels the same way is more than welcome to join me. Say, how about you, punky-looking Pikeses? Does that sound like it might be the cut of your jib? Don't talk to her! She doesn't want anything to do with a piece of shit like you, and neither do I! Take your stupid treasure and your smug garbage about relevance and get the fuck out of here! Come on, Nina, let's ditch this evil hag and go find something else to do. Oh god, just for that, I feel like Mina's gonna go with her. I feel like Mina's gonna go with the other Vriska, the mean one. Ugh. Cause Mina was seeming kind of bored with just like going around with cool Vriska here. Oh god, and that's gonna tear her apart. Ugh. Ugh. That sucks so bad for cool Vriska. She's finally happy, and now her friend's gonna leave her to go off with a version of herself that is mean and vindictive and really just a bitch. And just the version of herself that she thought she had finally moved past, and then her one friend who like helped her to like become a better version of herself is choosing the version of herself she left behind. Oh my god. Oh no, no. I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I can read this knowing what's happening. Oh no. Mina, what's wrong? Come on. Yeah, Vriska, listen. What? No, don't do it. No, Mina, no, I can't. No, that's so bad. Fuck. Don't know how to say this. What is it? I think I might go, actually. What? With Vriska. I mean, that one. Oh no. She was finally happy. She was finally happy. And at peace. And, oh no. Oh great, are you playing sad piano music for me now? Oh no. No, please, Mina. You can't. I don't know if this whole thing is... Fuck! Mina, no. I'm not, like, agreeing with her on a lot of that stuff. I'm bored. But I thought you liked... I did. I mean, I do. I'm just sick of sitting around, not being a part of anything. I want to see some action, you know? I'm gonna go kill a bad guy. She was even fantasizing about it earlier. Oh man, we even saw her, a fantasy of her holding Lord English's head. Fuck! It was foreshadowing! Oh. Okay, yeah, I get that. Hey, me too. Look, see? I do too. Forget what I said. We can go fight him together. Just not with her, okay? I couldn't handle that. It can just be you and me. Vriska's pushed. Even if she doesn't really want to, she would still be willing to, but I don't think it's gonna convince her. Yeah, see, I don't know. Oh god, no! I don't know about that. The thing is, I think what I'm saying here is, as great as it's been, like, really great, I think this has gotta be it. Oh god, they're breaking up before they even got together. Ugh. No. No, 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 no. Why? Mina, please don't do this. You heard the lady. She's made up her mind. Stay out of this! Mina, you have to stay. I don't know what I'll do if you're gone. I don't have anyone else out here. I'll be all alone in this fucked up place. Never told you this, but it's terrifying here. It's terrifying being dead and having to live through memories forever and dealing with the fact that nothing really means anything. It's infinite and dark, and it's all being ripped apart. And you're the only one who ever made me feel good about being here. You're the only one who made me feel good about being anywhere. Oh, fuck! That was my 5-minute warning of stream. Fuck! No! No! You're the only one who made me feel good about being anywhere. Please don't. Mina! Riska, damn! Why is this shit so hard? Not even lying, this is like the hardest shit I ever did. Can't even fully explain. It's just how I think it's gotta be. But it doesn't! You don't have to do this! Yeah, I think on that point, we just gonna have to algae to disalgae. Disalgae, oh my god. We're just gonna have to algae to disalgae. I cannot believe you were doing the fish bun thing while you're breaking up with me! Sorry, Sir Cat. This is the way of my peeps. Here's the thing. Oh. It's so fucked. Because I get where Mina's coming from. She's so bored. She like can't stand just sitting around doing nothing that doesn't mean anything. But Vriska really, like, this is the first bit of peace she's found in her entire life. And really doesn't want to go back into fighting and back into the fray. But Mina, Vriska gets her karma for being a bad person earlier, but it still hurts. Like, fuck, I don't even think this is karma at this point. Like, damn, shit. I don't even think this is karma. This is just, like, the characters being who they are. Like, that's the best kind of tragedy. Like, I can't see anyone here making a different choice. Like Vriska, the mean Vriska is always gonna be mean. And always going to be, like, super frustrated and angry and confused, seeing a version of her that's just content staying out of things and being nice. And so, of course, she's going to lash out, and of course, she's gonna, like, try to drag things away from her. And cool Vriska, of course, doesn't want to go back into fighting, and of course, is going to be devastated by this. And Mina, she's never sat still in her life, or her death, actually. So there's no way that she's going to deny a chance to go out into the fray. But of course she doesn't want to just, like, but, like, she can't really do that without the help, or, like, of a living person who's, like, helping. So, like, even if she stayed in the afterlife and Vriska says, like, oh, hey, we can go back to fighting, like, Vriska's already admitted that, like, her previous plan, like, can't happen anymore. Mina just wants to do something. I'd agree with her. It would be boring to just sit around and do nothing. Sure, I'd love them, but it's always the same over and over because it's just you and your memories. You've already seen this over and over and over again. Yeah. And Vriska's like, no, don't leave me here. Don't leave me for this version of myself that I've moved past and I became better. And don't go for this worse past version of me. To be fair with Vriska, she spent her whole life wanting to do nothing, and Mina did nothing for so long. Yeah. Vriska's finally got her piece, and Mina's finally got her piece of the action. And I just, like, Mina's already spent her own small eternity here, dead. Vriska, the cool Vriska is just like, she still needs that peace, that chance to rest, and that chance to calm down and learn how to be herself when there's not all these pressures to be cold and cruel. Yeah. Vriska actually got there first. Whatever first means. Yeah. Time is an illusion. Here's the thing. I don't think any of that shade just thrown at you is true. I like you a lot and all, but, like, she has a point on one thing, which is you changed a lot. Not better or worse or anything. I ain't disqualified to make that call, just different. The way you were when we met, happier, I guess. Dunno, man, if you say so, then yeah. What I see, though, is somebody who gradually turned, like, vulnerable as shell. And that is scary to me because of the way I am. I don't think I'm really the sort of person to be trusted with those kinds of feelings. Oh, so Mina doesn't, so Vriska's finally feeling comfortable and vulnerable and, like, presenting all these, like vulnerable feelings to Mina, and Mina is kind of scared of that, and doesn't feel prepared to handle those feelings and doesn't think she can be trusted with those. See, the problem is, you don't actually know me very well. Nobody does. And the main thing about me is, that you gotta account for, or I guess I gotta account for, on behalf of the feelings of people I don't want to see get hurt, is, how do I say this? What you need to know is, like, I'm bad. Oh, Mina. Oh, Mina. Oh, well, fuck you, Vriska, grinning over here, enjoying the drama. Fuck you. Oh, no. Oh, God. Mina's so convinced that she's bad and can't be trusted with Vriska's newfound vulnerable feelings that she is taking herself out of the equation. Oh, God. I'm legit tearing up right now. I'm like, oh, my God. Yeah, me too. Me too, Gerard. Holy shit. Oh my god! Fuck! Finally, a version of Vriska finally got some peace and acceptance and joy, and like, it'll be ripped away from her by herself! By herself! Fuck! No, Rita, wait! I don't care if you're bad. I mean, I don't even think that's true. But I don't care if it is. Please don't do this. Don't go. At least not right away. Can you just stay a little longer so we can talk about this? Sorry, Vriska. Oh, shit. Got her on the ground. That's just... I'm really sorry. Time to say goodbye, Mina. I just did. Let's just get out of here, okay? You got it. Oh my god. You've made the right choice, Pikeses. Oh my god. Fuck! You know, when I said that Vriska is her own worst enemy, I didn't think that was literal! God damn it! Now let's go round up that army. Fuck! Okay. On that incredibly depressing note, the Thief of Light steals the light from her life. Oh, fuck. On that incredibly depressing note, oh my god, that has to be the end of the stream. Holy shit. Let's read the text here and then end. Okay, yeah, we can do that. Let's try this choice thing again one more time. This time only with 2 choices. Nice and easy. Hey, works like a charm. 2 sweet, simple choices for 2 sweet, simple kids. There you go. One last gluttonous chomp at the free will pie before you all say goodbye. Don't say this website never did anything for you. Don't you dare. Mina played a game where they failed for years and then died and spent in a bubble where nothing happened. Vriska finally had a chance to repent for what she did and relax. it was eventually going to fall. I feel bad for everyone here. Except Alive Riska, fuck her. Yeah. Alive Riska, god damn it, she just can't stand seeing a version of herself that's happier and more at peace than she is. I don't think she wants to accept that she's not happy as she currently is. And seeing direct, oh my god, seeing direct proof that she can be truly happy, and that means that she can't accept that because it means that she's not currently happy and successful. Oh my god, I'm waiting impatiently for the Alive Riska shoe to drop. Oh my god. Oh, fuck. I am so concerned for Dead Vriska. I'm so worried about what she's going to do. I'm worried that she's going to, regress. And, oh my god, I feel so bad for her. Oh my god, just her falling to the ground. Yeah, right here. Oh god, that like stabbed me. And the entire time, Live Vriska's just like smirking and grinning. Cause she won. Oh, and like, Mina's not happy about this too. Oh, fuck. Oh my god. Anyways, that's, I wasn't even showing my screen there. I forgot. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah. Oh man. Man. You know, I don't know if I said it before. I've definitely thought it before that Vriska's like an ass to everyone but herself. That's been proven wrong here. Vriska's an ass to everyone, including herself, especially herself. We support women's rights and wrongs here. Yeah. Like, I still want Alive Vriska to find that same piece that Dead Vriska did, you know, before Alive Vriska ripped it away. But fuck. Oh my god. But Alive Vriska is still living with all the pressures that push her to be the way she is. She still has, like, you know, there's still this, like, world-ending catastrophe looming. She still, like, has to, like, pull all this together for the sake of everyone else. Everyone's relying on her. She has to, like, step up and pull it together and, like, be the person who does the hard thing for the sake of the end game. And, and seeing proof of that there is a version of herself that can be actually genuinely happy and at peace without any of that. I don't think she can stand that. I don't think she can accept it. Alive Vriska is going to need a lot of candy to go beyond to get her happy ending, yeah. I still believe, though. I believe in a happy ending for Vriska. I believe it can happen. Anyways, I really gotta go. So we really gotta end here. But thank you all again for joining me. As always, this Thursday is the special birthday stream. Don't forget. I have a little thing that I want to make and show off for the celebration. I'm not sure if I'm going to finish it in time. It's taking a lot longer to put together than I thought it would. But even if I don't finish it completely, I'd still show off what I did get done. And I have some other plans as well for some like screen decorations and stuff. And I hope to see you there. And I will see you Thursday for the birthday stream. You guys have a fantastic rest of your day. I'll see you then. Bye.